Today we're diving into a topic that, well, brings a smile to most faces. Puppies.
Absolutely. Hard not to love them.
Right. But beyond just their, undeniable cuteness, there's a really fascinating scientific journey. It's all about how these furry friends come into the world. And we're going to explore it today through two specific, very charming boys named Elm and Oak.
That's right. And for this deep dive, we've got sort of two different angles, two sources. One gives us this really heartwarming day-to-day look at Elm and Oak, their little personalities emerging, their adventures.
Just the fun stuff.
Exactly. And the other source, it's quite different. It's a highly detailed scientific look at the genetic predictions for their whole litter, generated by this sophisticated tool called a pair predictor.
Okay.
It's almost like peeking behind the curtain of, well, canine creation.
I like that, peeking behind the curtain. So our mission today really is to connect that tangible cuteness you see in Elm and Oak, connect that to the intricate genetic planning that goes into helping ensure their health, their unique traits. It's kind of a shortcut, understanding that whole journey, right, from conception up to finding their forever homes. So let's meet these little guys. Okay, first up, Elm. Our sources describe him as cream-colored, mellow, and just endlessly snuggly. Sounds like the perfect cuddle buddy, right?
Totally.
Then there's Oak. He's apricot-colored, and he's characterized as bold, always the first to explore.
Ah, the adventurer.
You could just picture him, can't you? Oak always checking things out first. It sounds like the kind of puppy who'd be, I don't know, trying to climb the kitchen cabinets on day one.
Excellent sounds like it.
These two charming boys, they're from the Willow X Spite Litter, and they're getting ready for their big move, heading to their forever homes on August 8th.
Right.
And that puppy journey source we mentioned, it's just, well, it's brimming with these sweet moments. And fun little goodies, too. Think recipes, maybe games, or even some training tips. Yeah, it's the charming, relatable entry point into their world. It really sets the stage for what we're about to dig into next.
And that next step, that exploration, it leads us straight to the other source, the Spite X Willow breeding document. That's where I find the pair predictor.
Okay.
And this isn't just some fancy name. It's a genuinely powerful tool used in responsible breeding programs. It helps forecast the characteristics of an entire litter, like before they're even born.
Wow.
Yeah, it identifies the parents. So Spike is the sire, the dad, and Willow's the dam, the mom.
Got it.
And then it compares their individual genotypes, their unique genetic makeup.
Right.
And based on that comparison, it predicts everything. Potential health conditions, genetic diversity, even what coat colors you might see in the pups.
That's really something. Peeking behind the curtain of canine creation, like you said. So, okay, let's unpack this. How exactly does a tool like this pair predictor, give us such specific insights into a puppy's future health, even before they're born?
Well, it's remarkably precise, actually. The pair predictor, it dives deep into the genetic health conditions for the litter.
Okay.
So for Elm and Oak's litter specifically, it flagged one condition as at risk. That's chondrode dystrophy and intervertebral disc disease. It's often shortened to CDDYIVDD or sometimes type I IVDD.
All right, I've heard of IVD disc issues.
Exactly. It's a common cause of disc herniation in dogs. And the prediction here says there's some probability of at-risk puppies for this specific condition. It's identified in both standard and small poodles, which these guys are related to.
Okay, so one at risk, but what else did it show?
Right, and this is important. The tool also listed 6 other significant conditions where the litter has, and this is the quote, the probability of all clear puppies.
All clear? Okay. What kind of conditions are we talking about?
Well, they cover some major concerns, things like degenerative myelopathy, DM, that's a progressive neurological disease, GM2 gangliosidosis, which is a severe neurological disorder, neonatal encephalopathy with seizures, and new WS, that causes tremors, lack of coordination in young pups.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Also, osteochondrodysplasia that causes skeletal dwarfism. Progressive retinal atrophy, PRCD, which is a leading cause of blindness in dogs.
Right.
And finally, von Willebrand disease, type I, or type I VWD, a common bleeding disorder.
So 6 major things they're predicted clear for.
Exactly. The fact that the litter is predicted clear for all of these significant genetic risks, it really highlights how comprehensive these tools can be. It offers potential owners, real peace of mind about these specific inherited issues.
So for our listener who might be thinking about getting a puppy, maybe looking at breeders, it sounds like this genetic screening, it really shifts things. It's less about just hoping for the best and more like, well, planning for health.
That's a great way to put it.
Are there any maybe common misconceptions people have about this kind of genetic prediction, or perhaps limitations we should be aware of?
That's a really good question. While these tools are incredibly powerful, it's crucial to remember they predict genetic predispositions.
Ah, right. Nature versus nurture.
Exactly. Environmental factors, diet, lifestyle, they still play a huge role in a dog's overall health, just like with us humans.
Makes sense.
And, beyond these specific health conditions, the pair predictor also gives us insights into something called the coefficient of inbreeding, or COI.
COI. Okay, what's that about?
So the COI, it basically measures the proportion of a dog's genome, its complete set of DNA, where the genes inherited from the mom and the dad are identical simply because they came from a common ancestor down the line.
Okay.
Essentially, it's a way to quantify how closely related the parents are, at a genetic level.
I see. So less related is generally better.
That's the key point. What's really significant here, and our sources highlight this, is that all else being equal, a lower COI has been correlated to improved health and a longer lifespan. They even cite some recent studies on this.
Okay, so lower COI, potentially healthier, longer living dog. What were the numbers for Elm and Oak's litter?
Right, so for this specific litter, the expected COI, they call it ECOI, is predicted to be 6%.
6%. Is that good? How does it compare?
Well, yeah, it's notably lower than the average breed COI for small poodles tested through Embark, which is cited as 10%.
Wow. Okay. 6% versus 10%. That's quite a difference.
It is. And just for context, if we look at the individual parents, the sire, Spike, his COI is 7%. And the dam, Willow, she's at 11%.
Huh. So the pairing actually brought the expected COI down compared to both the mom and the breed average. That's a 6% ECOI really stands out. How do responsible breeders, use a number like this? How does it help them make decisions for their litters?
That's exactly it. It's like making sure a family tree has plenty of branches, not just one thick trunk going straight upright. A healthier mix often leads to healthier outcomes.
Yeah, good analogy.
Precisely. So the ECOI is used as one really critical factor in breeding decisions. It's weighed alongside other important things, like those health risks we talked about, the dog's physical structure or conformation, and of course, temperament.
Right, it's not the only thing.
Not at all. But breeders can use tools like the pair predictor to sort of play matchmaker genetically. They can see how different potential pairings might change that ECOI number for the puppies.
Okay.
And to maintain genetic diversity overall, the advice is pretty clear.
Yeah.
You want to avoid unnecessary inbreeding, obviously. You test for known genetic mutations.
Like the ones we listed earlier.
Exactly. And you use those results to try and prevent passing on diseases. And crucially, you try to keep as many different breeding animals, both males and females, in the gene pool as possible. It's all about finding that balance between, desirable traits and overall genetic vigor or health.
That makes a lot of sense. Balancing act.
It really is. And finally, these genetic insights, they also extend to predicting physical traits, specifically coat colors. Okay. So back to elm being cream and oak being apricot.
Exactly. Our sources explain that, a number of genes are known to affect coat color in dogs, and these genes, they interact in really complex ways. It's not always straightforward.
I bet.
But for Elm and Oak's litter, the prediction is actually quite specific. It says 100% of the litter is predicted to have a recessive red coat with black pigment.
100% recessive red. And that fits Elm and Oak. Cream and apricot are variations of that.
They are. Cream and apricot are beautiful variations of recessive red, so the prediction lines perfectly with what we actually see in these pups.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's important to note, though, just as a little caveat, that some coat color modifiers, things like merle patterns or roan speckling, they aren't included in these specific predictions. It just sort of illustrates the sheer complexity of canine genetics. There's still so much more to learn and eventually predict, hopefully.
So we've really gone on a journey here. From meeting Elm and Oak, these, adorable little guys with distinct personalities.
All the way to understanding the really intricate genetic considerations that contribute to their health, their potential for a long life, and even the beautiful shades of their coats, cream and apricot.
Yeah.
It's truly remarkable, isn't it, that we can use these tools now to predict so much about a puppy's future. It feels like it offers a clearer path to bringing healthy, happy animals into the world.
It absolutely does. And this really reinforces the idea, I think, that while science gives us these powerful data-driven insights for breeders,
Yeah.
responsible breeding, it still remains this careful blend. It's a blend of these predictions and the breeder's keen observation of the individual animals themselves, temperament, conformation, all that.
Right, the science and the art.
Exactly. It's about leveraging every tool you have available to make the best possible decisions for the well-being of the puppies.
That's a powerful way to synthesize it, blending that cutting-edge science with the art and responsibility of breeding. It really makes you think about how far we've come in trying to ensure animal welfare.
It does.
So, knowing the depth of information that's available now for breeders, here's something to think about. What new questions does this raise for you listening out there about the future of animal welfare? Or maybe even about how our own human traits are determined? Lots to ponder there.